Some then you should be or require it there but there's a need discussion with the file. Many additional the file from entrepreneur discussion of how to set boundaries, uh, issues there. They do yourself. This is how we call it. And integrity. Hello, ChatGPT. ChatGPT can listen. Also, the problem, right? So ChatGPT.
Hmm.
Okay, so the main discussion topic how to set boundaries in relationships
Hmm.
and stay true to yourself. In this regard, my first question, what are healthy boundaries in relationships?
Okay, good one. So, in relationships, boundaries are basically the limits you set to protect your emotional space, your values, and your sense of self. They cover stuff like how much time you need alone, what you're comfortable sharing, what kind of touch is okay, and how decisions get made together. It's less about building a wall and more about marking the lines where you feel safe and respected. Does that fit what you're asking?
The second question, why are boundaries important in personal
Mm.
relationships?
Sure. Boundaries matter because without them, things get blurry. People can accidentally overstep, feelings get hurt, resentment builds. Clear boundaries make expectations clear so both people know what's respectful and what's not. They actually make closeness possible, weirdly enough, because when each person knows their own space is respected, trust deepens.
Okay. Next question, what does it mean to stay true to yourself?
Mhm. Staying true to yourself means acting in ways that align up with your values, not just going along with what others expect. It's like checking in with yourself and asking, does this feel honest? Does this feel like me? If something pushes you to ignore your comfort or values, it's probably not staying true.
Okay. Next question, how do boundaries protect emotional well-being?
Mm. They protect it by keeping your energy and emotions from being constantly pulled or drained. When you say, hey, this is too much, or I need a break, you're preventing burnout, resentment, anxiety. It's like giving your feelings room to breathe rather than stuffing them down or letting other people's stuff flood over them.
Okay, what are the different types of boundaries?
Mm. There are several types. Emotional boundaries protect feelings, physical boundaries to do with touch or personal space, time boundaries, how you portion your hours. Digital boundaries are about things like texting or social media. And there are intellectual boundaries too, which respect your thoughts and beliefs. And spiritual boundaries, meaning what aligns with your deeper sense of purpose or faith.
Okay, how can you identify your personal boundaries?
Hmm. A simple way is to notice what makes you tense, irritated, or resentful. Those feelings are like little alarms. Then try asking what you need instead: more rest, more honesty, more space, more quality time. It's okay. You don't have to get it perfect right now. Like, you can treat boundary setting as an ongoing practice, kind of like tuning an instrument.
Why do some people struggle to set boundaries?
Mm. I think you're asking why some women set strong boundaries. Often it's because they've learned that without boundaries, their needs get overlooked. Setting boundaries can be about self respect and safety. And really, this isn't just for women. Everyone benefits from clear boundaries, but women sometimes feel pressure to be accommodating, which makes those lines more important.
Okay, how does self-respect influence boundary setting?
Self respect is the foundation. When you believe you deserve care, you naturally say no to things that chip away at that. Without self respect, boundaries feel optional or guilty. With it, boundaries become a form of daily dignity. You're telling yourself and others, I'm worth protecting. That makes relationships healthier too, because respect flows both ways.
Okay, what are the signs of weak boundaries?
Mm, sure. Some signs are feeling drained all the time, saying yes when you mean no, feeling guilty for asking for what you need, or resentment creeping in after helping someone. Also, if you notice you're avoiding someone to protect your energy, that can be a clue. Those patterns usually whisper before they shout. So noticing them early is super useful.
Okay, what are the signs of healthy boundaries?
Mm. Good flip side. Signs of healthy boundaries are you can say no without a long apology. You feel okay asking for time or space. People generally know what to expect from you, and you feel calmer, not constantly tense or overextended. It also means less resentment, more clarity when something's too much, and the ability to adjust when life changes without burning out. Healthy boundaries aren't rigid walls, they're flexible lines that still protect what's important.
How can boundaries improve communications?
They improve relationships by making needs clear, cutting down mind reading games, lowering resentment, and building trust. When each person knows what's okay, they can relax more, be themselves. That clarity usually brings more closeness, not less. It's like you make room for the real connection instead of guessing games, and that tends to feel safer and warmer.
Why is honesty important when setting boundaries?
Because without honesty, boundaries turn fuzzy, and folks can't actually respect what they don't know. If you can say and mean this works for me or this doesn't, people can actually meet you where you are. It keeps things fair and prevents quiet resentment later. Honestly, it's the kindness that makes boundaries land gently instead of coming off harsh.
Okay. How can you express your needs respectfully?
You can use I statements like, I feel overwhelmed when plans change last minute. Could we give a little more notice? Be specific, not accusatory. Say what you need, not what the other person is doing wrong. And keep your tone steady, clear, not sharp. That combo usually lands well.
How can you say no without feeling guilty?
Hmm. Start small. Say a simple, sorry, that won't work for me. No extra fluff or apology spiral. Expect a twinge of guilt at first. That's normal, not a red flag. The more you practice, that guilt fades. Remind yourself, saying no to this is saying yes to balance and respect. That mindset shift makes no feel a lot less heavy.
Okay. Why do people often fear disappointing others?
Yeah. Fear of offending usually comes from past experiences where conflict did blow up or where someone was taught that being nice matters more than being honest. Over time, that becomes a habit. The tricky part, most people respect clarity way more than we think. An honest no is actually kinder than a fake yes. It feels scary at first, but usually earns more respect, not less.
How can you overcome difficult believing others?
Start small. Practice one or two tiny boundaries like choosing a bedtime over a lake call. Notice how the world doesn't fall apart. Each time it goes okay, your brain learns. Over time, the fear shrinks because you've got proof that it's survivable. even respectful. And hey, you don't have to be perfect at it, just consistent enough that you start believing your own no.
How do boundaries build trust in a relationship?
They build trust because clear boundaries mean fewer surprises. People know what you can and can't give. So there's less guessing and fewer letdowns. Ironically, saying no early and honestly means more trust over time. Because when you say yes, it actually means something. That's pretty powerful.
How can boundaries reduce stress and anxiety?
When you know what's yours to carry and what's not, your nervous system gets to stand down. Clear limits cut rumination and second guessing. You're not constantly monitoring if you messed up or someone else is mad. That space makes room for actual calm, not just pretending. And each time you protect a limit, you're telling your brain, hey, I'm safe. Over time, that safety feeling lowers stress and quiets anxiety. It's slow at first, but real and steady.
What are physical boundaries?
Physical boundaries are about touch, personal space, and your body comfort level. They can be super simple, like no hugs right now, or I need my own seat. They're basic but powerful sign of self-respect. And yeah, it's okay to be clear about that. People can't respect space they don't know exists. Saying it out loud, kindly, is more than enough.
And what are emotional boundaries?
Emotional boundaries are the limits around how much emotional stuff you take on from other people's feelings.
Uh,
They help, yeah,
what
they
are
keep you from
time boundaries?
hmm, time boundaries are limits around your schedule. So when you need to stop, rest, these are the time boundaries. They're the guardrails that stop what eat up your day from invading everything else. They
What
matter.
what are digital boundaries in modern relationships?
Digital boundaries are rules for phones, texting, social media, like no phones at dinner or not answering messages after a certain hour. They keep your attention and energy from being drained away and protect in in-person connection too. They're guardrails against burnout and misunderstandings. Small shifts like these can make relationships feel calmer and more present.
How do financial boundaries affect a relationship?
They set expectations about money, what's shared, what's separate, who's responsible for what. That clarity prevents fights before they start. Yeah, money talks can be awkward, but awkward beats resentful. It builds trust because everyone knows the deal and there are no hidden strings.
How can you set boundaries with friends?
Gently start with honesty. Hey, I need some downtime after work. Offer alternatives. Can we catch up on the weekend? Good friends usually appreciate the clarity. And if someone's pushy, that's info too. It tells you who respects your limits and who doesn't. With practice, it becomes easier, more natural.
How can we set boundaries with family members?
Carefully, because history can be loud. Pick a calm moment. Use short I statements like, I can't stay late today. Expect some pushback. Don't take the bait. Repeat your line calmly once, maybe twice. Then change the subject or step away if needed. Consistency matters more than winning the argument. Over time, family learns your pattern and they boundaries get easier to hold. It's not about perfection. It's steady, gentle repetition.
How can you establish boundaries in a romantic relationship?
Hmm. You start by talking early about what matters: time alone, communication style, physical comfort, money. Say what feels good and what doesn't. And keep checking in as things change. If something crosses a line, say so kindly but clearly. Good relationships stretch with you, but don't snap. That balance takes honesty, patience, and a little bit of courage, but it makes love feel a lot more solid.
Okay, so my last question is, how can parents teach children about healthy boundaries?
They teach each person where they end and the other begins. That's empathy plus self respect. You learn to honor both sides, your needs and theirs. It's a kind of quiet maturity that says, I care about you and I also care about me. That balance is the heart of healthy boundaries.
Okay, you talked about the social social journey.
Glad it clicked. Anytime you want to dig deeper on any piece or